we fell in love in 7 days. Or, I mean, I fell in love in 7 days. I mean, how long did it take you? When did you know?
I think we were in one accord. I knew there was something special about Aaron when we began conversation, when we met. I love love. I love love. Despite of some of the adversities that I've experienced in past relationships that may not have worked out, it's okay, because I've learned from them, I've grown from them, and I'm in a position now where I can implement, those experiences in my now relationship. So I'm just a person who loves love and want to be able to share that with the world and help others find that for themselves.
So we went on this date, and so I opened the car door, and I come around and my car door is popped, and I'm trying to figure out how my car door got open. I don't understand what happened. So I just get in the car and think about it. And then I open the car door again, and then the car door is popped, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? So the third time it happened, I realized I'm opening the door for her, and she's reaching over to return the favor to open the car door for me. That, along with all the other ways she had already shown me how kind she was, it just solidified for me that she was someone who was thoughtful enough to, when a nice thing was done, she was going to repay the favor for the nice thing you had just done for her. And it just showed for me how different she was. So in the initial season, kind of what we did was we talked to people within our communities, we talked to our family members, and we really were talking about trying to understand those people that we knew, or people who were connected to people who had been in these longer relationships. And we went off and we asked them questions, and we really just sat down with them to try to understand what is it that maybe they understood very well about how to sustain connection. And we took that along with what we've learned in the relationships that we've been in, and the things that we've learned, with each other about how to sustain long-lasting connection.
What I want out of a relationship is commitment, consistency, and communication. I want a person to be their whole self and feel comfortable being their whole self all the time. I don't respond well to representatives, people that present themselves as one and then they switch it up later. It's totally fine to have different degrees to your personality or different layers to yourself, but I think I want a person that is totally fine not being perfect, but just being. I need someone to be down with me, okay? Strong and wrong if we have to be. We will figure it out later. We will come together. We will better ourselves. But in the moment, I need to feel that no matter what, this person is here.
What I think about myself, just overall, one, I think I'm respectful. I think I'm strong. I think in terms of me representing myself as a Black woman, but more importantly as a married Black woman, I think I do a good job with that. And then that's the way that I would want, B to look at me as well, as this beautiful Black woman that he's, still in love with, that represents him, in his presence and outside of his presence. One of the important things that happens in a lot of relationships is your partner is consistently bidding for connection with you. It's extremely important that you understand that these little things can make or break your relationship. And so over time, little things like physical touch, looking at your person in the eyes, asking them to review some video that you've seen that you think is super funny, sharing a joke with them. All these things and these little bids that people are making for your connection are invaluable in defining your relationship. And I think that
A lot of times people don't really understand it, and they're missing these opportunities, and by doing that, they're creating so many points of disconnection. And disconnection is what ends relationships. And so it's really important that you pay very close attention to these bids for connections in your relationships, because these things will definitely take you to a connection-based relationship instead of a connectionless one.
So for example, my bid for Aaron's love is he listens to me. I like to bounce ideas off to him. I like to share my thoughts, and he actually looks at me and he's actually listening without interjecting. And he's, trying to understand at some point if I'm just asking for him to just listen without me saying it, or if he should give me advice at the time. But he does really well listening to understand which route he should take. So that's just one of the many bids for a connection that I have for Aaron.
My name is Aaron.
My name is Sophie, and we love love.